Hello again, everyone. This is Mama Otter, and I'm here today to do another jewelry making video. For those of you that may have seen my other previous videos, today I'm going to be making a stretch bracelet out of blue lapis gemstone hearts. And I've already made the matching necklace, and in a upcoming video I will be making the matching pair of earrings. So it's going to be an entirely matched set of these lovely hearts, and I will be making everything today.
Yeah, this is going to be going to a very lovely young lady named Stephanie, who is also an awesome food server and bartender at Tucci Benucci. The family at Tucci Benucci, fantastic restaurant also, is going to miss her on her new adventures that she plans on taking. And again, if you happen to be in the Mall of America, Tucci Benucci is a fantastic place to go and eat and enjoy the experience of the fine Italian classic dining. So, go ahead.
So I'm going to be using what we call here 1mm cord, and it's called Stretch Magic. And the Stretch Magic cord is awesome because it allows you to make bracelets that just slip on and off, because as you can see here, it stretches when I pull on it. And this is really good for people that just want to put on their jewelry and don't want to have to worry about clasps. And what I'm going to be adorning this lovely cord with, if I don't drop them on the desk, that's nice, are these lovely blue lapis gemstone heart beads here that are slightly puffy, and they're nice. They're already pre-drilled, so we have those. And so now I'm going to put some back in the bin. I usually start with one direction, and this time I'm going to start threading the beads at the top of the heart so that they all go one direction once I start the bracelet. And these have nice holes, which makes it easy. Sometimes when you get larger beads, they have small holes, which in my line of work is extremely annoying and frustrating because you can't get the cord through. And I like to use sturdier cord rather than thinner cord because it makes a longer lasting, more sturdy, more durable bracelet. And if you have a nice piece of jewelry, that's obviously what you want. And I got into jewelry making probably about 25 years ago or so. I was a teenager and just looking for things to do, and at the time I was working with just your average craft store dollar aisle acrylic beads. And then when I became an adult, I started working with the natural gemstones, and that's really what I love. I love working with the stones and the way they feel, and the different energy that the stones have, and the different textures and the different feels of each stone. And I can tell certain stones just by feel, and I don't know why that is, if it's their energy or what it is, but I can tell certain stones just by the way they feel. And I love different shapes. I love unique pieces. If you've ever visited my newly opened Amazon shop, which I am listing items there at a frantic pace, these lapis bracelet, necklace, and earrings will be available in my Amazon shop by the end of the day as well for purchase. But if you've ever visited there, you have already seen that I have kind of a taste for more unique, one-of-a-kind items, things that you may not find elsewhere. I tend to like. And I think we're almost done. I've been talking and stringing, and I think I've actually put too many beads on. In fact, I know I have, so I have to back up. This sometimes happens when I get into a rhythm because I have quite fast little otter paws. So now I'm going to use my wrist as a guide. If I can get it over there we go. And see, and I have kind of a puffish wrist, and that's still too many beads. So, as we see here, I have kind of gotten happy with the amount of beads that I put on, which can happen. And I think one more taking off and we'll be good. I got into talking and just got happy. Oh well, it happens. That is one of the good things. Okay, So as you can see here, now I have about the perfect amount on my wrist, and I'm holding the strings, of course, so the beads don't go flying everywhere. So now I'm going to take the bracelet off my wrist, and I'm going to find the end, and I'm going to pull everything back down to the end of the bracelet. Well, if they will cooperate, there we go. And I'm going to leave about maybe a 2-inch tail, just long enough to give a knot there. And I'm going to tie several good knots in it, and this cord here is lovely for that. It knots beautifully, and if you stretch it, the knots kind of, I call it set in. I don't know how else to explain it. I know that's kind of a weird way to say it, but they set in and they hold really well. I cannot get them apart. I've wanted to take some bracelets apart before, and I have to cut them apart because when Mama Otter sticks it, it stays stuck. And so I'm going to tie one more here, and now I have a nice compact little knot that's not going to show very much. And now I have, of course, now I have to find my scissors because there they are. I knew I had laid them there. And now I'm going to trim off the excess, and I'm going to trim it flush to the knot. And so now we have the bracelet. And if you want to see it on my wrist, now that it's actually done, and you can probably get a good view of it. And this is what's cool about the stretch bracelet, is it sits nicely on the wrist. It's not moving around or tight or loose. And it just comes on and off easily, and it makes a nice addition to your jewelry wardrobe.
Anything else you'd have to say?
No, I think that's it for this one.
All right. Thank you, Mama Otter.